Yeah. I know. I reviewed this movie, I think a year or two ago. But I feel like I didn't do it right reviewing Goodfellas back then. I feel like I didn't really tell the story of my opinion on the film and stuff like that. I feel like I need to redo that again and repost like a brand new one starting, this week. Because I just came back from, I don't know, YouTube jail or something. And I'm like, maybe I should do like a new review of Goodfellas because I don't want to suck. I want to do another one. Because my opinion changed over a year about this movie. I really enjoy this movie now more than I did back then. Before I thought it was like okay, but now I think it's like a really great film directed by Martin Scorsese. I will put this film as number 2 of my favorite Martin Scorsese films. Number 1 will always be Taxi Driver, in my opinion. A lot of people would disagree with me, but I put Taxi Driver as number 1 and Goodfellas number 2. It's just my opinion. I just like Taxi Driver more than Goodfellas. So this movie is really based off a true story of Henry Hill, who really was, part of the mafia. He wasn't like full Italian. He was part Italian, part Irish, but he was accepted in because he has, Italian blood in him. Not fully, but he had like part Italian blood. But if he had full Italian blood, he could have been more of a higher up in the mafia family, but he couldn't because he wasn't fully at the full Italian. It's like me in real life. I'm part Italian, but I'm not full Italian. I'm part black too, part black and part Italian. So I want to go up the higher up of the rank either myself. But the only one of the 3 who is full blood Italian is Joe Pesci's character Tommy DeVito. He was like the only one that was full blood Italian. Robert De Niro's character, I think he was also part Irish too, I think, if I remembered. I forgot what I think his character was. I forgot. I think he couldn't go up higher either. But Joe Pesci could have, but you know what happened with that in the movie. So what happens at the beginning, a young Henry Hill was a kid, he started once he started hanging out with the mob pals and stuff like that, and they set him as a family. They see him as a part of the family. And one day, he gets ass beat by his father because he hang out with the mafia dudes and shit, the mobsters. Then kid Henry Hill tells the truth to the mobsters, and the mobsters got pissed off and started beating the shit out of the father. So then that happened, and then I forgot what other part happened. I think he goes to court or something like that, and he gets pinched. He gets fucking pinched and shit, and yeah, that happened. Then it cuts to him being an adult, and also, Joe Pesci's character is supposed to be around the same age as Henry Hill, played by Ray Liotta. He's supposed to around the same age as each other, even though in real life Joe Pesci's 20 years older than Ray Liotta when he was alive. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. He died last year. In 2022, he died in his sleep. I forgot the reason why he died. I don't know. I forgot what he died of. He died in his sleep, though. I find it to be ironic because the 3 of them, Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci, are both in their 80s. But when Ray Liotta was in his 60s when he died, it's crazy how the youngest died of the 3, but the oldest still alive to this day. That's the crazy part about it. Those 2 are old as shit, but he died at a younger age than them. It's crazy. Well, anyways, yeah. Those 2 characters supposed to be the same age or something like that, and also Tommy DeVito, played by Joe Pesci, was supposed to be 6'4" or 6'3", the character. He's not supposed to be 5'3", or I forgot how tall Joe Pesci is. I think he's 5 feet or 5'2" or something like that. Let me just see real quick here on the Google here. I think he is 5'2", Joe Pesci. 5'4", okay. So yeah, Joe Pesci's 5'4", but the character is actually 6'3" or 6'4". But fuck it. Martin Scorsese's great friends with him and shit like that. So he's you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna cast him as Tommy DeVito. Not everything should be accurate, but in the movie Casino, he was like 100% accurate. He looked just like, you know, the guy in real life. It was like the same face and everything. It was like his fucking twin or something like that. I was like, holy shit. It was like his fucking twin. It's like they're brothers in real life or something. It's like this guy who was a criminal is like Joe Pesci's brother or something. And Marty is like, holy shit, he looked just like the guy in real life. I'm definitely gonna cast Joe Pesci, make this fucking movie right away. Call the casting right now. We're gonna get everybody to do this movie right away. And it just did the fucking movie with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro once again. And it worked. It was a success, just like Goodfellas. You know, Goodfellas is like a better movie than Casino. I like Casino, but I like Goodfellas more, to me. Well, anyways, let's go back to Goodfellas. So yeah, Tommy DeVito, who cares if it's not accurate? Joe Pesci did the role. He nailed it. And you know how this movie goes. So, you know, there's times where they're all hanging out, chilling with the other mafia guys. And then fucking Joe Pesci make all these jokes and stuff like that. And then fucking Ray Liotta's character asked him, he said he was funny. And Joe Pesci's like, I'm funny? Do I amuse you? Am I a clown? He said all these things, and like fucking like Ray Liotta's like getting a little scared because you know how fucking Joe Pesci's character can be, because his character is basically a loose cannon and he blows up easily and kills anything he sees in his way. But then again, Ray Liotta goes and says, quit fucking with me, and they all just start laughing and shit. But yeah, Joe Pesci's character, he's basically a loose cannon, and the mafia don't like loose cannons and people that can't control their anger and shit like that, because they don't last long. And his character does not last long at all. He ends up getting himself fucking killed later on in the movie because he took out a untouched man, or what we call it, a made man. You can't kill a made man. That's impossible. You can never do that. Once you kill a made man, you're fucked. There's no going back. You're fucking dead. And that's what he did. He fucked himself over. He killed a made man. Well, we know before that, there's other shit, like this guy, he keeps bothering Robert De Niro for money because he wants some money or something like that, and this old guy keeps bothering him, and all he do is just, you know, keeps bugging him about it over and over again, and that shit happened. They end up killing his ass off. He ended up getting choked the fuck out in the car. Then there's fucking these assholes keep buying all this expensive stuff, and Robert De Niro keep telling him stop fucking buying expensive stuff, so you try to get us fucking pinched. And this whole scene and the music just cuts off. I love the part where they cut the music off when Robert De Niro's just cussing these motherfuckers out, telling you can't be buying all this goofy shit all the time, this expensive stuff. Put it back, go bring it back. He keeps telling them that. Like, that part's making you fucking laugh so goddamn hard. Where he just starts snapping at these motherfuckers because they're so stupid. Like, it's fucking funny as hell. I mean, they kill a whole bunch of fucking people. There's like a big montage about it in one of the scenes in the movie where showing in the fucking dumpster, you know, spinning around in the dumpster and shit, getting crushed in there. And motherfuckers frozen and all that. Besides that, what else fucking happened? I remembered. There's a lot of great parts of this movie. A lot of great parts, especially the part where Paul Sorvino's like in prison. Well, this is later on in the movie, but I'm just talking about it later on in prison. They're making his famous spaghetti and meatballs, and fucking crackhead ass fucking Ray Liotta's character all hyped the fuck up and shit. Fucking making the stuff for him, stuff like that. I really like that part because, you know, food's delicious. Everyone loves eating food. I'm not fat in real life. I swear to God, I'm not. But, well, before that, what else fucking happened? I mean, I know there's other best parts of the movie. I'm not trying to get to the best part yet. I'm trying to think of some other shit before I get into the best part. I mean, there is scenes where fucking Ray Liotta goes over to his girlfriend's house, or his future wife's house, whatever you want to call her, Karen. He like goes over her house and shit, and like the mother's like wondering where he's at, and they make this joke. He shows up to the house late, and he get back in the car laughing with Tommy DeVito, and then driving off. Like, that part was pretty fucking funny. So let's get in the best part. Let's just get into it. So what happened here is, so Billy Bats finally gets out of jail after so many years, and he's at the bar. Well, I think it's fucking Henry Hill's bar, and they all hanging out there, all talking, and Tommy DeVito comes in with his wife, and fucking Billy Bat's like, "Oh man, Tommy, I didn't see you in forever," and this and that, and like Tommy DeVito's like giving him an attitude and shit because he didn't like all that bullshit. And like Billy's like, why the fuck is he giving me all this attitude for? Like, well, what's going on with that? And then he started making fun of him and shit, pissing him off because he was giving like a bad attitude. He was like, he used to do all these shine shoes and stuff like that with a shine box and whatnot. I saying all these stuff about shine boxes and shit. And Tommy's like, look, I don't do that anymore. I don't shine shoes anymore. That was a long time ago. I don't do that anymore. I guess he's been in jail for too long, or you don't understand that I don't do that anymore. I'm part of the family now and stuff like that, he was saying. But then after that, they apologized to each other. Which, I can understand why if fucking Tommy DeVito apologized to him, because, he's a made man, this and that. But what really pushed him over the edge is what Billy Bats said is this. Now go home and get your fucking shine box. And that's what really, fucking grinds his fucking gears and pissed him off. He's like, you motherfucker, you. He was like, yeah, you. He got pissed off. He's like, keep him here. He runs home with his wife, and like, fucking Billy Bat's like, oh, what the fuck happened? I do shit to him and this and that, and fucking like, what's his name? Robert De Niro's like, yeah, you kind of did, like, kind of pissed him off or this and that. He was saying, yeah, like a little bit. And like Billy Bat's like disagrees with him, and he's like, give me another drink. Come on, give me another drink. Then times goes by later on, and there's a reason that his boys are not around anymore. It's just Billy Bats just hanging around with fucking Robert De Niro talking to him and shit. And I'm like, well, where did his boys go? He did just disappear. Well, because in real life, in the story, in Henry Hill's book, that it wasn't never in the same scene. It was at a different place at the time. So I guess Martin Scorsese's like, we just put it all in one scene and not just make it so fucking long and shit. Like the Irishman movie. The Irishman movie is like way too fucking long. 3 hours and 30 minutes is too long for a fucking movie. Like, come on. What is this? The Lord of the Rings 3? Well, why was that shit so fucking long? I could watch it. It was like 2 hours and 30 minutes, but not 3 hours and 30 fucking minutes. I'm not watching that shit. I'm never watching that movie. Ever. I don't care. Everyone says it's great. I'm not watching the 3 hours and 30 minute movie. So, fucking Billy Bats was just, I guess he's like a little wasted or something, and he was like talking to fucking Robert De Niro's character, and they're playing the most iconic music ever that ever fit this scene ever. It was sung by Donovan, and the song was called, I forgot what the song was called. The band was called Donovan, and the song was called something else. Let me look it up real quick. It's Donovan something. I think it was Atlantis. Yeah, the song was called Donovan Atlantis, and the song comes on. It's like, it was a really beautiful song. I'm not gonna lie, it's really a beautiful song. It really fit the scene. It really tied the room together. Listen to that song, and fucking like I said, and all of a sudden, fucking Tommy DeVito comes out of nowhere, start bashing his fucking head into the ground. They started beating his ass while the song was playing, like way down under the ocean, and fucking Tommy DeVito was like punching the shit out of him with the I think he was using brass knuckles or the back of the gun. He hit him with the gun handle in his face. Well, fucking Robert De Niro's fucking stomping him out and beating him with his foot and beating his ass while that song is playing in the background. And fucking radio like locks the doors on him and shit, so he won't escape. So they end up beating the living daylights out of him. And then, to toss him in the trunk, and they drive off to go bury his ass. And somehow he's still alive. He's like fucking bleeding to death. He was like, and then all of a sudden, fucking Danny DeVito. I said Danny DeVito. Imagine that. Imagine Danny DeVito played Tommy DeVito instead of Joe Pesci. Danny DeVito played Tommy DeVito. Fucking hilarious. How would that movie be like? Not successful. I don't think we make a lot of fucking money. Maybe. You know what? Maybe it would. Maybe Danny DeVito did a really good job playing Tommy DeVito. I got it mixed up because fucking Danny DeVito's last name is DeVito also, so maybe that's why I got it mixed up with Tommy DeVito. Anyways, Tommy DeVito, like, fucking, like I said, Billy Batch is still like bleeding out to death in the trunk, but somehow he's still talking. He's like, then all of a sudden, Tommy DeVito comes out of nowhere. He starts like fucking stabbing with a knife. It's like, just die, fucking die already. What the fuck? He starts stabbing shit out of him. I fucking hate you. He like starts stabbing shit. It's like fucking hilarious. He starts stabbing him shit. It's like, die, I fucking hate you. The only guy's telling him to go shine his fucking shoebox. His shine box. Oh my fucking god, that shit's just so fucking hilarious. He just comes out of nowhere and starts stabbing him and shit. Then fucking Robert De Niro just started blasting him with a fucking revolver. Like, bang, bang, bang. Then, well, I mean, before that, they were over at Tommy DeVito's mom's house and they're having fucking spaghetti and meatballs or something like that. And it's like, it's hilarious seeing fucking Joe Pesci with a fucking a bib around his neck and fucking a fucking fork and a knife. It's like he's like a baby in a baby's chair or something like that because he's so fucking short. It's like, it's so hilarious. I mean, he probably get fucking mad if you told him that. I'm a fucking baby? I'm a baby in a fucking chair? Are you fucking kidding me, motherfucker? You motherfucker, you? He'd probably killing my ass or something. So, and I know it's not a bib. He put a fucking a napkin in his shirt. I know it's not a fucking bib. I'm just saying. It looks like he's wearing a fucking bib, sitting in the baby's chair because he's fucking short as fuck. That's why I made that joke. So after they buried his body, later on in the movie, fucking Tommy DeVito thought he's about to become a made man, and fucking Robert De Niro and fucking Ray Liotta fucking pat him on the back and say, "Oh yeah, good job, yeah." Then all of a sudden he goes to his room, and it was a setup. He gets shot in the head and he dies. And fucking Robert De Niro goes to the phone booth. And he finds out that the fucking Tommy got fucking whacked, and he was fucking pissed off, and he fucking knocks over the phone booth over. So after that, after Joe Pesci's character gets killed off, the movie started to kind of go downhill because Joe Pesci made a movie. He basically made it. Like, after he got killed off, it started to just not really be that interesting anymore after that. I mean, they had no choice to kill him off because that is based off the book. They had no choice but to kill him off. I mean, he can't be in throughout the whole fucking movie, you know? You have to follow the book because that's basically the real true story of what really happened. Well, not everything in the movie really happened. Most of the things did happen from the book that Henry Hill wrote, but that shit did happen. He did get fucking whacked. So that shit happened, and it's like, after that, it's just Ray Liotta and his fucking Ray Liotta's character, Henry Hill and Karen Hill, are both like drug addicts, and they can't lay off the fucking cocaine and shit. That's like the whole second half of the movie. And then they start getting worried because him and her are about to get whacked by the fucking the family. Paul Savino's character and Robert De Niro's character are trying to like whack him and shit. But it's like, I can understand they're drug addicts. You can't have drug addicts in a fucking part of the mafia family. I can understand it. Why? You can't have fucking drug addicts part of the fucking mafia family. So they decided they want to try to get them whacked in the most secret way possible to try to trick them. But Karen wasn't stupid, I guess you could say. I mean, maybe he wasn't trying to whack her or something like that. Robert De Niro, maybe he wasn't trying to whack her, or I don't know. She's on fucking drugs, just like her cokehead husband. They're both on drugs, and they keep fucking freaking out. And there's like this one scene where they're cooking dinner or something like that, and fucking Ray Liotta's like losing his fucking marbles and shit. And he's like driving a car, and he thinks it's like a helicopter following him or something like that. He goes to Robert De Niro's house, and Robert De Niro's like cussing him out because he gave him the wrong guns or something like that. He started like fuck ass titty balls, and he closed the door in his face. And Ray Liotta drives back home and starts making the food again. That shit happens, and all of a sudden, fucking later on, fucking Ray Liotta gets arrested, and fucking Karen Hill I love her name's Karen. Karen. So she puts fucking the drugs down the toilet, try to flush it down the toilet before they come and arrest him and shit. And to get talked down about the FBI, this and that. And Ray Liotta decides to rat on them and shit because rat on the family because he's like afraid they're trying to like take him out and shit. So he rats on them. And he gets put in the protective service in one of those houses and shit. We wait for these motherfuckers and be protected by the government in those houses, and that's the end of the fucking movie, really. I mean, there's more shit I could talk about, like Samuel L. Jackson getting killed off in the movie. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson was in the movie. He had like a small role. He works for the mafia. He fucked up because he fell asleep at his girlfriend's house in the movie, and he forgot to deliver the truck. So Tommy DeVito come in there and blast his fucking brains out because he's a fucking moron. I mean, I love Samuel L. Jackson as an actor, but his character was a fucking retard. He's a fucking drug addict also. And that's why I love drug addicts, to get fucking smoked. For fucking stupid as shit. Oh yeah, also Spider. You remember he was also in I mean, he is in Goodfellas. He's in Goodfellas. But he's also in The Sopranos. And he plays Christopher. And here he was named Spider, and he was disrespecting Tommy DeVito. Tommy DeVito would fucking he started shooting him and shit. I think he shot his foot first, and then he started shooting more than that. I think he kills him, I think, if I remembered. Then there's the other part where like Karen or something that gets beat up by this guy, and Henry Hill decides to beat the shit out of him for doing that, and he started whooping his ass instead of not killing him because his wife said don't kill him, so he started just beating his ass. And there's all those other scenes too, but like I said, after Joe Pesci's character got killed off, it just wasn't really that great anymore after that. I mean, like I said, it is a great movie. It is really a great movie, but the second half is just all right. The first half was amazing. It was fucking amazing. The second half came, it was just Ray Liotta and his fucking drug addiction. His character's drug addiction. I don't know. Did Ray Liotta do drugs in real life? I don't fucking know. Maybe he did. He does fucking drugs in real life. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I think he did. I could be wrong though. I could be fucking wrong. I always wonder why after Goodfellas he wasn't in any more Martin Scorsese films after that for some reason. I might make a topic video about that, wondering. It's like a mystery to me. Was he in more fucking Martin Scorsese movies after this? I could be wrong. I don't think he was at all. I wonder why. I wonder why he never got in any other more movies, Martin Scorsese. Did he have some kind of like fallout or something like that? Did he get along with each other when he did Goodfellas? I don't even fucking know. I don't know. It's just kind of weird how he never cast him anything else after Goodfellas. I might make a video about that because I don't want to make this one too fucking long about that. You know, I always wonder. Maybe I should look some shit up about it too. But yeah, like I said. After the first half of the movie, once fucking Tommy DeVito gets killed off, it just wasn't the same anymore. It was all right. It was just De Niro and fucking Ray Liotta, and just them just fucking going back and forth with each other. That's about it. And Paul Sorvino being in jail, eating spaghetti and meatballs with fucking cokehead fucking Henry Hill. But I still will give this movie like a fucking 7 or 8 out of 10, to be fair, or a 7.5. You know, maybe like a 7.5 I'll probably give this movie, because like I said, the second half is just alright, because like I said, the whole story of the second half is basically about Ray Liotta on fucking being a fucking drug addict with his fucking cokehead ass wife, do some crazy shit, point a gun in his face when he's waking up or something. I'd be done for after that. I fucking just fucking kill her right then and there after that. Fuck that bitch. You don't fucking point a gun at me like that. Are you fucking kidding me with that? And like in the second half for Robert De Niro's character, he's like more like I don't give a fuck attitude in the second half when he was in the first half. Because I guess his boy Tommy DeVito is dead. He is like, you know, I just don't give a fuck about anything anymore. I'm just gonna wear glasses and start doing regular shit for the mobsters and whatnot for his mafia.